All right, so this is an Omnath Locust of Creation build round. We started with a core that Jim Davis posted on his YouTube channel, and we cleaned up the mana a little bit and added a sideboard because Jim was playing best of one. Two big questions to answer with a deck like this is, one, are we competitive against the various aggressive decks in the format, green-based aggro, etc.? Are those just going to run us over? Or is Omnath and Wrenn and Seven tokens enough to stabilize us? And two, is the value that we generate with this deck able to keep up with the other mid-range and control decks in the format? I love that idea from chat. The Mind Flayer actually sounds kind of sweet. I think that sounds like gasoline against more aggressive decks. Trim one of each of those. It's something that flips out nice with Storm too. Love it. Let's pop on into some games and see if one or both of those things can be true, or if we're just gonna kind of fall on our face. Thank you. Thanks for the 34 months. Welcome back. All right, chat. Believe in the scry. Believe in the scry. Nailed it. Never didn't have it. There's a storm brewing. You all are about to be front and center for it. That's a cute idea. Showdown of the Skulls. Let's storm the festival. I don't know that we have room to do that inside of this deck, but I should write that down for later. That sounds like a sweet. There's a lot of people playing like grindy venture decks right now, and that sounds like a good way to outgrind people. RQR Master X85, one of the OGs. Welcome back for the 72nd month. Math, that's 6 years, right? 6 years, chat. I'm an old man. We've been here a while. Thanks for keeping me around. It's been quite the trip. Counterspell. We're being out-memed, chat. I am supposed to be storming them. We've played like 8 hours of Alchemy since the patch. This is the first time I've played against a Storm the Festival deck when we're doing it. All right, we need to draw a green source here. All right, well, I mean, that could be a green source if we squint. Oh, gosh, and this is cheaper to flash back, too, because it's just perpetually cheaper. In perpetuity. I feel like we're about to be gone over the top of, chat. Their storm deck feels bigger and greedier than ours. All right, we're at the rank floor, so I'm actually just going to concede this match because their deck can never beat an aggro deck, but our deck can never beat theirs, so I'm just not gonna give them. Oh, we weren't at the floor. We're at the floor now. That's fine. Main deck disdainful stroke. Come on now. Get out of here. Hope their next 4 opponents play creatures on curve against them. This is a good life lesson for a lot of people at home. A lot of people need to hear this life lesson for card games. Don't knee-jerk and make a bunch of changes to your deck because you ran into a difficult to impossible matchup on the ladder. Just accept that some people are going to want to beat you, and it's okay if they want it more than you. Don't go and sideboard your main deck after you lose a match to someone that had your number. Is there White Weenie and Alchemy? Before the most recent balance patch, it was one of the more played decks. I don't think anything in it got nerfed. White Weenie is one of those decks where it's probably going to not be popular for a little while people try other things. Valorous Stance already paying dividends here. Wait, this costs 3 to activate, right? We'll do that next turn. Dragons is more speed. Their deck has some value, but I think we should be able to keep up with it. They hopefully don't have main deck counterspells. I might not have counterspells at all. So I can gain more life if I play this out first. Or I could play a land, level this, and then play another land. I don't have that many more lands in hand, so I think I'm going to prioritize just getting more life. Oh no! Well, shoot. Okay. Okay. So do we Omnath and risk it getting stanced or whatever before we could do something with it? Or do we save it for next turn when we could guarantee gain life? Yeah, there's value in having it in play though, right? Because, like, if I have it in play, next turn I could activate these and play multiple lands to generate a bunch of mana. It would also give me the option to sacrifice this. It's close. I think I'm gonna play it. What do we think of Deluge? Well, I guess I just take this, and then we Omnath gain 6, right? Yeah, that's the line. And they Shatter Skulled this last turn, which would imply that unless they have another one, which they don't have the mana to do, they don't have another removal spell unless they just drew it. Yep. I think that's a win for us. The storm brewing shit. So I do this, and then we plus this. We draw land. Holy fuck, chat! Come on! Come on! There were 19 lands and 43 cards there. We were 91% to hit a land, to hit one land. 91% to hit one land. Yeah, we didn't even hit a flashback card. Like there were what, 4 more flashback cards in there too? Use a hyper geometric distribution calculator to calculate how unlucky I am.
Unleash Inferno.
Actually kind of incredible. Yes. Okay. All right. I think we're actually doing it. I think we're doing it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is it? I will let you know. I'm not 100% certain what it's stabilizing. Stabilizing, I think, is it.
I have other groves to tend.
Hold the door! Just up at a casual 24, no big deal. Keep attacking. Oh no! Not 2 damage or a land! I'm short on both life and lands, chat. I don't actually know if I need this land yet, but just taking 2 is easier than trying to figure that out. For the follow solid dubs.
They contain fires that must never be unleashed on another forest.
Yeah, there's totally a basic land left in my deck. Deal. Oh wait, I already have a Wrenn and Seven in play. I'm glad Magic Arena reminded me that I'm an idiot. The old, hey stupid, are you sure you wanted to do that? Pop up. I didn't actually want to do that. Thanks for the Prime, Dr. Krovax. I appreciate you keeping me around. Welcome back. So next turn, we're going to have 4 things that have power and toughness equal to the number of our lands that can attack. Okay. If their last card's a blank, they're still dead, right? I'm gonna attack them with 2 13/13s. Because this dragon enters tapped. Okay, so our opponent has died. And worth noting here, we would not have been able to put together this lethal with the original printing of Druid Class, because Chapter 3 of the original Druid Class cost 5. We'd have been short mana there. We needed 3 more. Absence sounds good. Doomskar sounds good. I think I'm gonna cut the Lotus Cobras, just play a little bit slower game. Oh, actually, Geist of Regret's probably great here. It's just like a 5/4/5, right? It's like, yo, dog, let me block. Let's try this. Geist is thick. 4/5 blocks some Dargans nicely. Thanks everybody for hanging out this afternoon, by the way. Great to see almost 800 people in here for some magic. If you're new to the channel, if you're new followers, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch in general. We play a lot of card games like Magic the Gathering. We also do some other variety stuff. Play a lot of Pokemon Unite is a recently released MOBA that I play a ton of. Looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West coming out next month as the next story-driven variety game I'm looking to play on stream. Usually we do somewhere between 2 and 3 Magic decks per day, though. Been really into Alchemy. Also planning to do a little bit of Historic consistently as well. So if you like Arena's all-digital formats, this is a great place for you to hang out. Thanks for the follow, Matt. You can't stop by every single day of the week when I'm here. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel as well. The decks that are worth watching get cut up and put there in different videos. So I have 3 videos from today, actually. We played Sultai Control before this, and we played... gosh, what was the first deck we played today, chat? My brain is broken. Who's been here since the start and has a better memory than me? They all start to blur. J-Mose, thanks for 26 months. Well. Oh, the Gitrog monster. Yeah, that deck, the green-black mid-range deck had some good games, but wasn't particularly good itself, so... Not a completely failed venture, but also... Not one of our best. So if they kill only one of these, we can 5-drop next turn. If they let them both survive, we can storm the festival. They could still kill one of these with the dragon mana. Now it is worth noting that it's a scotch awkward that Wrenn would only make a 4/4 here. Just gonna put the lands into play. Sad. If this was pre-nerf Omnath, we could cast it. Alas, we will just scry. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could theoretically flash this back. Could also just do both of these, though. This is probably what we'd rather do. Get Omnath gaining some life and make a giant blocker with Wrenn and Seven. Oh, we're actually dead, huh? Fearsome Whelp showing its power here. Oh, they missed lethal. They could have given the Inferno +3 here. And they wouldn't have been able to show off their 2-mana Town Razor Tyrant. I think this plays strictly better from the opponent. So if I sacrifice that, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So we'll go to 1, and then we're very dead. So we'll take game 3 on the play. Welp. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about playing Storm the Festival. I was thinking about playing the 2 5-drops in my hand. I think we lead on Crossroads here because this will gain us an extra life if we play it after Druid Class. Gonna throw this over here. This could get us into a little bit of trouble. I am giving them one trigger with this, but could they like play a 4-drop as a 3-drop here? We can Doomskar next turn, it'll be fine. Alright. Thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. Afternoon. We don't have a 5th land at the moment. This is the danger of letting them untap with the whelp. Perhaps you're supposed to have just killed it on turn 2 instead of doing other stuff. Can't afford to sacrifice the land. Drew another non-land and died. Does this deck want more than 26 lands in it? It might. Are there any good land spell split cards we should be playing? Yeah, I'm thinking I want 28 with some land spells. Yeah, we just play some of the Mana Dork land. Emeria's Call. Emeria's Call is kind of nice. It's a threat. Also adds more white mana to make the Doomskars more playable post-board. I hate that suggestion. Are they going to be able to hold up mana for something like Jawari Disruption consistently? Did you have a couple of calls? We don't really have enough red mana proper to play actual red spells. I'm going to get some mileage out of that command. Aren't we playing that card? Because it's not legal. Alchemy and Historic, to give credit to Magic players. Alchemy and Historic haven't made it the easiest to, have not made it the easiest to figure out which cards are legal between the direct-to-digital stuff. Our deck's busted, chat. We broke it. Cracked it right in half. Won an entire match. Why aren't we running Lynn, Civi, Defiant Hero? Asking the real questions that the audience is chomping at the bit to know. If we just draw lands if we draw lands the next 2 turns, our hand's kind of cracked. Time to go to 30, right? Please validate my decisions, deck, and let me draw an Emeria's Call here. They're gonna play a land, and they're gonna Blizzard Brawl our Lotus Cobra. We're gonna curl up in a little ball and cry. Come on! Land! Any land! Nailed it. Never didn't have it. Blue, green, white. So I want to make red here. And then once we get to cast this, it's scries. So we get 2 looks at a land for next turn. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh, no! Omnath just can't help himself, chat. He likes to get drunk and brawl. Looking for more lands here. Why? Why? Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sad. We said one of the questions we knew we needed to ask was our deck linear enough to be able to overcome those things? And like, our draw was very good that game, right? Like, I'm not certain we could really have a much better draw than we had there. And they kind of just dumpstered us. I genuinely think Omnath, as originally printed, is probably fine in both Historic and Alchemy. I feel like they nerfed Omnath when they unbanned him just because people had feel-bads of it from previous formats. Omnath was banned in both Standard and Historic because Uro was legal. Uro was banned after Omnath in both instances. It just never should have been banned to begin with. Yeah, they could have also, like, done one or the other, right? Like, they could have made it cost 1 more or made it scry. Like, if you're gonna make it cost 5 mana, like, you're gonna make it scry, let it cost 4 mana. I'm just gonna go White Swords, just foretell Doomskar. I'm not greedy, chat. Take our 2-for-1 and move on here. Yeah, people asking about the alchemy changes. It feels like the format from before, but without all of the bullshit blue decks that were everywhere. So, in other words, it's a marked improvement. Yeah, and they don't, and the beautiful thing about a live design format is they don't even have to fully undo all the nerfs at the same time, right? Like, they can just make it cost 4 and leave it scry, and then if it still doesn't do anything, you can give it the card drawback. Live balance formats are gas. You have to try all these different little things. So, and this is subjective, so you can feel free to disagree, but I also like playing blue control decks, but I don't find them nearly as interesting to play when they're the best thing to be doing in whatever format they exist in. I just don't think the games are that interesting, especially in a post-fire design scenario that we currently live in. I really don't enjoy the blue control mirrors with the way they've pushed the design. I really like playing blue control decks that are a little underpowered into creature decks. It's basically like playing a tower defense game, right? You're just like trying to stay alive. All right, clearly we need 30 lands, chat. 28 was not enough. Yeah, the deck building puzzle when you're building decks to control decks to try and attack the format are good. And honestly, so speaking of the good utility lands of this format, part of the downside to playing this Omnath card is that in order to build your mana base to support casting this 4-color monster, you give up a lot of the good utility lands because the good utility lands are all monocolored, right? So there's a real cost to being in this 4-color thing. Yeah, the channel islands look sweet. I skimmed some of the Kamigawa spoilers yesterday when I got off. There's a lot of good designs in there. Yes, yeah, the last time actual factual Omnath was legal, Triumphs were legal. So it was much easier to cast, and you didn't have to give up utility lands because you wanted to play a bunch of cyclers. So, as is often the case in games in life, context is key, and the context was just very, very different last time Omnath, as originally printed, was legal. There have been a lot of really good, innovative designs to push back on the resource variance that's inherent to Magic, for sure. Man, I feel like we're just like 0% to race this card, huh? Alright. In the post-board games, we'll get some Doomskars to be interactive with, but even if we get Omnath down next turn, I have to imagine they're going to be popping off with Valkyrie next turn. If not this turn. I hope 4-mana Teferi is them just testing the waters for a deeper set of unbans. Hopefully the next balance patch, you know, a month after Neo Kamigawa in March is going to come with even more historic unban rebalances. Rough. All right. We have a plan here. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it does at least exist. Let's see if our sweepers are able to pull us through here. I think if we just get trashed of these post-board games, we might just call it a day. If a sweepers and a removal, is Winota playable anywhere? Yeah, she's a Pioneer staple. She's not playable anywhere on Arena other than Brawl. Winota is literally everything combo decks in Magic the Gathering should be. If your combo can be interacted with via counter spells, discard spells, and removal spells, plus things like Grafdigger's Cage, it should always be fine. And for those of you at home wondering, yes, that means they should also unban Splinter Twin. I want them to unban Splinter Twin and buff Crystal. I'm a man of the people. Ah, Crystal. Let's attack them for 2. Putting pressure on their life total has value. This card, if someone can pull up the artwork for Look at Me, I'm the DCI, it explains why Splinter Twin is banned. It's best to give people a visual. I'm gonna head out, I think. Just to close on this deck and to wrap concisely. decks like this that don't play to the board or do something linearly powerful, I just don't feel good enough. The mana's too clunky. Your lands come into play tapped. We're trying to play enough good 4 and 5 mana spells to like make Storm the Festival happen. It just doesn't feel great. This deck isn't really a mid-range deck, to be fair. It's like a clunky ramp deck, and Omnath's just not powerful enough. It just got turned down too much. 5 mana and Scry 1 are just like 2 kicks to the knees. I don't think that, I'm not sure this deck would be playable with the original Omnath text, to be honest. And it's definitely not with this. At any rate, I'm signing off. I'm gonna be back to my normal 5-day work week starting on Monday next week. So Monday through Friday, we'll be live with at least 2 Magic decks every single day. We did a bunch of Alchemy today and yesterday. We're gonna dip back into some Historic next week. I think my plan for the foreseeable future is we'll do 1 Alchemy and 1 Historic deck every single day. As always, if you're one of my wonderful subscribers who has a sweet deck idea come across their timeline and you want to send it my way, you can link it to me in the Discord server and be looking for deck ideas for both formats. If you're someone that wants to send a few bucks my way and you want to guaranteed get a deck played, I am taking deck submissions for Magic Arena decks. They're $50 a pop to guaranteed get whatever deck or deck idea you want to see worked on played on stream. I'll be back on Monday. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Peace, folks.